And when he put those tariffs on China, made China back up. No, not that's my man. That is he knows the world system better than any of those guys.
We need this country saved. It needs to be saved right now, as everyone knows. Everyone can see, even though some won't admit it. It's going down and fast. So he has 4 years of proof that he can turn it around, and I believe he will. So my support for him is unwavering.
Y'all see it, man. Which one are you in, though? Donald Trump. I'm talking about they got everybody. Look at that truck, though.
All right, guys. So Donald J. Trump has decided to return to X, formerly known as Twitter, after being arrested last night in Fulton County in Atlanta. And we now have his mugshot, okay? The most seen mugshot in the world, okay? This mugshot apparently has 134 million views. And yeah, I think that these are actually real views, because even if you scroll past the mugshot, you saw it, okay? It is going to be the most infamous mugshot ever. And quite honestly, it's a campaign boost for Trump, right? It's a boost in his poll numbers. And you already got MSN, networks like MSNBC having full-blown mental masturbation sessions over Trump's mugshot.
I've said it before. This is the reason I never watched The Apprentice. I despised Donald Trump because he, to me, signified the rich white guy in Manhattan that absolutely hated and despised me, that hated and despised my cousins, my friends, everyone we knew, that called us wilding just because we were in the park. And still people who looked like them put him in rap songs. It was an indignity to me that something I loved, a culture I love, would lionize that. And so to me, this is justice. The fact that Manhattan didn't give him a mugshot, I thought was offensive. I thought that the Fed said, we already know what he looks like. He was the president of the United States. Okay, offensive. Everyone else had to take him. This case, and I think Fonnie Willis is a hero. She is a national hero because she, more than any prosecutor in this country, and I respect Jack Smith and I respect all the prosecutors that are doing this, she's the only one who said these wealthy, powerful, privileged men and women are just American citizens. And when they break the law, they will take that picture.
Democrats seem hell-bent on making Donald Trump the president of the United States again. In my opinion, I think that this is going to backfire big time, okay? Because so it seems, and you guys know I'm not very optimistic about stuff like this, that people of all different races are rallying around Trump because they're realizing just how much of a politically motivated witch hunt this is. And there's some groups of people that seem to be able to resonate with that. And I want to talk about it. But before I get in there, I actually want to play a clip here from the local news media so you guys can get a better understanding of kind of how Trump's visit to Fulton County went yesterday and some of the reactions to it. Take a look.
Breaking news tonight. You're looking at a mugshot of the former president of the United States of America. The photo taken tonight at the Fulton County Jail. Good evening, everyone. I'm Greg Cool.
And I'm Shannon Royster. It is the first mugshot of a former president ever taken. You can see it now over my shoulder. Former President Trump and 18 co-defendants are criminally charged for their alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 election. A number of them surrendering. Today, Trump, his former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, and Harrison Floyd, a leader of the organization Black Voices for Trump, were all booked into the Fulton County Jail.
This indictment is a travesty. It's an attack on not just me, not just President Trump, not just people in this indictment, some of whom I don't even know. This is an attack on the American people. If they can do this to me, they can do this to you. It has been a wild 2 days outside of the Fulton County Jail.
And yesterday, Donald Trump's lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, turned himself in. We turn now to WJCL 22 News' Olivia Wilde. She's been there since yesterday. It has been packed out there as well as passionate at times.
Greg, that's absolutely right. I want to mention for the first time in 2 days, the police presence here outside the Fulton County Jail has finally diminished. I'll step to the side so you can take a look. There is just a single sheriff's car outside the jail here. You are seeing people able to pull up right to the jail, unlike they have the last 2 days. You can see these barricades still do remain, but the ones that stretched all the way down the street have been taken down. Let's get into some video that we took today. All day, there were people on both sides here, those who support the former president and those protesting him. We saw many people dressed up waiting for Trump to turn himself in, and at one point a Trump supporter ran in the road with a giant Trump flag. Now, just after 6 o'clock tonight, U.S. Georgia Republican Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene showed up to the Fulton County Jail to show her support for the former president. Here is what she had to say to a flock of reporters.
The reason why I'm here is because this is my home state. I was born and raised in the state of Georgia, and I'm here as a Georgian. I'm also here as a member of Congress. We're going to be standing up against the weaponized government.
Now, before MTG's arrival, we spoke with some of the demonstrators here today.
Donald Trump represents you, me, and everybody. What they do here is use the justice is a weapon, it's a political weapon. This is the only reason. And if we let this happen today, America's gone.
Donald Trump is the next cult leader of the century. And for all those who believe that Trump won, I have Kool-Aid here for them. And I tell America, don't drink the Kool-Aid because they believe in the lie. Enough is enough. Let's call a spade a spade.
Both protesters and supporters of the former president quickly cleared out this area when they realized his car would not be traveling out the jail this way, much like we saw yesterday from former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani. So a sense of kind of an anticlimactic end to the day for supporters and protesters standing on this side of the jail, and right now a much calmer feel to the Atlanta Fulton County area, something we really haven't seen in 2 weeks now. Greg, Shannon.
Olivia Wilde reporting live from Fulton County outside the jail. Thanks so very much.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. Now, the group that I am particularly interested in that showed up to support Trump was Blacks for Trump.
I'm here to support President Trump. You want to know why I'm here to support President Trump? Because they done did black men like this for decades. Make up charges and put them, so I know Trump is innocent. I support Trump against this corrupt, two-tiered justice system. That's why I'm here to show my support as a black man for Trump. And I'm wearing my shirt for Trump 2024, and I mean that.
What do you think about the indictments?
Oh, it's a bunch of bull. It's going around the country. You know, Fannie Willis, she went to school with my sister. She full of So she's a puppet for the white liberal that is controlling everything. She's in front, but the white liberal back there pulling those strings, telling her what to do. That's what I think about her, making a fool of herself.
Do you think it's going to help his election?
Of course it is. It's going to elevate him all the way. I think we should make Trump king. That's how I feel. We should make him king.
Wouldn't that be kind of like communistic?
No, that's nowhere near communist. Now, we're just going to make him king, but we still got our freedoms and rights and everything. He for that. Yeah, Trump for king 2024.
Yo, that's probably one of my favorite clips on the internet right now, okay? That clip right there is hilarious, right? I love it. I love to see it, man. I really do. And look, here's the thing, man. Seeing black people essentially celebrate Trump coming through and saying that he should be free and that he should be president, right, while he's driving through their neighborhoods, you know, seeing this guy, you know, come out here and support Trump. And I love seeing black people support Trump. I really do. I love seeing it, right? Now, some people may think that I don't because I have a realistic view about how black people vote. They voted a 90% clip overall for Democrats, okay, against conservatives and Republicans. And, you know, Trump did a little better than that. But, I mean, for me personally, I don't let clips like this overexcite me, okay? And I think a lot of people on the internet do that. And then once the election comes around, you see that, oh, okay, black people vote Democrat at 90% again, right? And it's like, okay, well, what about all these black people that's supposed to be supporting Trump? Okay, I would love to see, and I hope that this happens, right? Like, here's the thing. If this is what it takes to get black people on board, right, with the movement, it is what it is, right? If they see Trump having a mugshot or being thrown in jail as a way to relate to Trump, to say, hey, you know what? Trump is facing the same, corrupt two-tier justice system that they feel like they're facing. If that's what it takes, even though I may disagree with some of it based off race, okay, right? Okay, I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to be mad about it. I hope that Trump gets some momentum with black voters. If this is what it takes, that's fine, right? Because again, this is do or die for Trump. He needs all the support that he can get. Everybody needs to be out here supporting this man, because if you don't support him, if you allow Democrats to win, allow Joe Biden to stay in the White House, not only are you going to have a terrible economy, but again, you're going to have something so unprecedented in what is supposed to be a democracy, right? According to Democrats, it's actually a republic, okay, a constitutional republic, but you can't have a functioning constitutional republic or a democracy, really, when you're locking up your political opponents on politically motivated hit job charges, okay? If Trump does not win, they're going to throw him in jail, okay? They're going to throw him in jail. That's what's going to happen. The best thing to keep Trump out of jail at this point is for him to win the 2024 presidential election. That's the best way to keep him out of jail, and this is why I have a litmus test for every candidate in the race, okay? Every Republican candidate in the race. If they do not come out here and promise to pardon Trump, if it just so happens there's some reason that Trump can't run, okay, that Trump is out of race for whatever reason, or if Trump happens to lose the primary, if they don't promise to pardon Trump, I cannot vote for them. I can't vote for him, okay? I can't vote for him. There's only one person right now in the primary that unequivocally is promising to issue Trump a pardon, and that's Vivek Ramaswamy. Everybody else in the race, I believe, is half-assed about it. They're timid about it, or they're just flat out like, no, right? Like Chris Christie. But that's my litmus test. I can't support any of these guys that refuse to pardon Trump. I just can't do it. I'm just not going to, because this situation that we're dealing with here is unprecedented. We've never seen anything like this before. This is a constitutional crisis that has happened in this country right in front of our face. We're seeing our republic fall right in front of our face. And I don't have time for weak-ass Republicans and never Trump haters like Chris Christie to come out here and to be timid about how to deal with what we're dealing with, the real threat to democracy, which is the Democrat Party and the weaponization of the deep state against their political opponents. I don't have time to deal with weak Republicans. I don't want to deal with weak Republicans. I'm not going to entertain any weak Republicans. At bare minimum, Republicans can promise, hey, we're going to pardon Trump. We're going to make sure Trump does not go to jail. That's at the bare minimum. If a candidate cannot come out here and to stand behind that, or to try to commute his sentence or whatever, if they can't do any of those things, then they can't get my vote. Period. Right? Period. Because they're clearly not equipped to handle the fight ahead. Okay? Because Democrats, they're pulling out everything. They're pulling out everything. They're locking up political opponents. And see, the problem is the naivety from people like Chris Christie is that they think that, well, they're only going to do this against Trump. Trump is a special case. They won't do this to anybody else. They won't do this to anybody else. And it's like, no, they will do this. Okay, this opens up Pandora's box. You've let the genie out of the bottle now. Now that they've done this to Trump, they're going to do it to the next guy, right? The next Republican, because they figure out, oh, this works. Oh, we can do this and we can win elections. We can jail our political opponents. They're going to start to do it to other Republicans who, quote unquote, get out of line. And that's the problem. And a Republican who, again, will not come out here and pardon Trump clearly is not aware of this threat and they're not fit to lead because they're clearly not aware enough of the threat against their own party, right? So again, that's my litmus test. And don't get me wrong, I am aware that because these are state charges, that there's not much that the federal government can do. But you know, if Trump wins, if he does become president again, he can just say, "Screw you, I'm not showing up to be locked up." What are you gonna do? You go come arrest me in the White House, right? You gonna come take me out of the White House? It's not gonna happen, bro. That's never gonna happen. So, like I said, this is why I say it's important for Trump to either win or to have a Republican that wins that promises to do whatever they can to make sure that Trump stays out of jail. That this is not something where, again, we're seeing people be locked up and thrown in jail on what is obviously a political hit job. We don't want that in this country. That's how you turn this country into a banana republic, and that's not the direction that we should go. So, hey, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.